以下為個人意見節目，內容提及嘅所有政綱及言論均以嘉賓原話為準，敬請留意。
市選論英雄 Municipal Election Talks 節目主持 Samuel Chang。
各位聽眾，你哋好，我係 Samuel 鄭黃安。今晚又好開心，又可以同大家咧就講講我哋市選論英雄。我哋今日咧好開心咧，就請到咧Mr. Ted Schneider 咧嚟到我哋嘅錄音室接受我哋嘅訪問。咁啊，Mr. Ted Schneider 咧就將會喺呢個列治文山 Richmond Hill 第4選區 Ward 4咧。就參選，咁希望大家咧能夠咧喺呢個10月27號咧就出去選，呢個最緊要就係要選，因為行使你嘅選民嘅權利。而家咧我就會歡迎Mr. Schneider 咧，然後咧就請佢講講有關佢自己嘅背景。Thank you, Ted. For spending the time coming into our studio and to take our interview here. And the interview is about you running for the upcoming election. And we'd like to ask you to share with our listeners, first of all, who you are, and give us a little bit of your background. And then we'll continue from there.
Excellent. First thing, thank you very much for all your listeners, and Samuel, thank you very much for the opportunity to discuss. My name is Ted Schneider, and I've lived in Richmond Hill for about 14 years now, and going on, I guess, 15. So I'll call it a long-time resident, not as long as some, but definitely love the town, love the experience, raising my family here. My daughter's lived here all her life. She's actually my campaign manager, but she's a little young here. As far as my background's concerned, I am been in the financial industry for about 17 years, going on 18, and have a wide kind of breadth of experience there. I've looked and worked with many organizations, including large government organizations such as the federal governments, provincial governments, state governments, and numerous kind of municipalities and educational facilities. So I've looked at behind the scenes, kind of got a lot of interest there. As far as kind of why I'm decided to kind of put my hat into the ring, get involved in this, is I've been looking. I've been in the industry for a long time, the financial industry. I've seen a lot of things. I want to kind of give back to my community. I want to give back to Ward 4, and I want to make a difference. I want to create a legacy for a town, for the residents of the town. I want to have to create a town we can all be proud of, and not to say that we aren't proud of the town now. It's just I think there's room for improvement.
Mr. Schneider 咧，首先我或者能夠同大家分享下佢個詳細嘅名字。佢個姓咧就係 Schneider。SCHNEIDER， 咁佢個名咧係 Ted， 佢咧就喺列治文山第4選區咧，佢都住咗10幾年噶啦。咁咧佢就結咗婚，有個女，咁正話講咧就話佢個女咧都係佢嗰個差唔多係佢嘅經理人，不過佢個女咧今日咧亦都好開心，佢嚟到我哋嘅個錄音室，咁睇住佢爹哋同我哋一齊做呢個訪問。咁咧佢阿 Ted 咧佢就係喺呢個財務機構咧嗰度咧已經工作咗超過咗10幾年，就做咗唔同嘅職位。咁咧就亦都咧好有經驗喺呢個聯邦政府 Federal Government， 有呢個省啊同埋市啊各方面嘅咧，亦都有好多交往，亦都好有經驗喺呢方面。咁佢亦都咧就我都未問佢咧，佢都講話點解咧佢會出嚟參選咧咁。咁佢就覺得咧佢 喺呢個財務嗰方面咧，個經驗啊各方面咧，就已經做咗相當時間。咁佢覺得咧，佢或者係有機會嘅話咧，佢希望咧佢能夠咧係去到個社區嗰處去做啲嘢，去回饋社會。咁呢個咧最主要咧係佢即係諗下點解會走出嚟做嘅。Well, Ted, I just share with our listeners your aspirations and why you actually come out, and I know that you wanted to contribute and pay back to the community, and all those are good stuff. And most of our listeners are seniors.
Yes.
Okay, and they are pretty active, I think, in the voting arena as well. And every time I had the opportunity, and I always urge them to exercise their right to go out there and vote. Okay, and I think that's very important in our democratic society. And I know you, Mary, and your beautiful daughter is here, and I think you might be a good fit for a good campaign managers. And your smile, I like that. Okay, and okay, now let's get back to some of the questions and some of the things that our listeners would like to hear about. What is it that you think you can do for Ward 4?
So, my aspiration is to represent to provide value and respect for the people of Ward 4 and to Richmond Hill. I am one that likes to listen. I like to listen a lot. I got 2 ears and one mouth. And I'm one of those people that believes that one should listen and one should be of service to those that they're representing. So from my perspective, my experience, I'm hoping to bring that. I'm hoping to bring my professionalism to the town council and representation of the residents of Ward 4, in addition to being able to listen and really make the decisions that need to be made on behalf of Ward 4 and the town.
OK， 剛才咧我就問佢，我話你參選啦嚇，咁究竟有啲咩嘢嚇？點解咧？咁你有咩長處咧？咁當然咧，佢係有好豐富嘅喺財經嘅經驗。咁但係咧，佢話最主要嘅咧就係咧，佢係一個好嘅聆聽者。咁正話佢又講笑，佢話佢有兩隻耳仔，一個口，咁所以咧佢係中意去聽嘅。咁咧同埋咧，佢亦都講，佢話佢嘅經驗同埋佢嘅專業知識咧，佢相信咧佢喺呢一方面咧係能夠咧係可以咧提供到喺第四選區咧嘅選民啊，同埋個區裏面咧喺各方面發展。咁當然啦，佢亦都能夠咧係作出咧，希望能夠作出咧好明智嘅決定咧，係有好多方面咧係需要到佢作出決定，同埋接受聆聽者，做一個好嘅聆聽者，聽到嘅時候咧係能夠做到喺呢個第四選區喺屯門山第四選區嘅時候咧，喺能夠勝出嘅時候咧，能夠係好好為大家工作。Ted, you are still in the financial industry, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and is the incumbent running?
So in Ward 4, the original elected representative actually went south. She moved south back in November timeframe. So there's an appointed individual that's representing that ward today.
Oh, okay. So you have an advantage, I hope. Or even, I wouldn't say advantage.
I mean, the appointed one has
At some advantage?
Has some advantage from the standpoint that they've got the town resources behind and is able to put his name on certain things that I'm not able to do without kind of hitting my limit.
Okay. 嗱，我剛才咧就問佢，我話你個選區而家做緊嗰個會唔會再去競選咧？咁佢話咧佢原底選區嗰個咧就已經就唔做啦，但係咧就而家咧就指定咗另外一個人。咁對佢嚟講咧，當然咧就有好處，亦都有唔好處啦。因為咧第一咧佢係新嘅參選者， 咁原底喺度被指定做嗰個咧，當然係有少少着數嘅。咁但係喺佢嚟講咧，亦都佢都會，我相信佢都會盡力嘅。I understand your courage and being new to the I guess being a new candidate.
Yes.
And spending the time and effort, and I know some of the politicians, and they work 24/4 and non-stop, and they certainly go out and eat a lot. Other than that, I think they work a lot too.
Yes.
So are you ready for that?
I've worked all my life. And when I say all my life, I think I've had a job since I was like 11 years of age, maybe even a little bit younger, delivering flyers. I was in the military, reserve for a period of time in the cadets, and then was a reserve officer in the cadet corps there. I've been trained. I've got a lot of experience kind of working. I love to do things that have impact, that make changes, that are good for the ward, good for the town. And I think through my background, my financial background, I can bring something.
我正話咧就又講笑咁，又問佢我話你而家做緊嘢，我亦都識到有啲喺呢個社區服務嘅人，咁我話係好辛苦喎，差唔多係24小時工作，又好多應酬，又有得食，又要食，咁你有冇做好呢個心理準備啊？咁佢回應係幾好喎，佢話咧佢11歲佢已經開始做嘢啦，咁又或者有好多年輕嘅細路都有做過，11歲佢係派報紙，咁跟住咧佢亦都就入咗軍部，咁亦都咧係做後備嘅喺後備嘅軍裏邊咧，亦都有個職位，咁佢亦都咧接受有好多訓練，佢亦都咧就係做嘢完全係冇問題，咁但係喺佢嚟講咧，佢覺得咧除咗做嘢之外咧，佢係最緊要咧，係做嘢咧能夠係有個影響力，有個實際嘅效益，呢個對佢嚟講咧係好緊要嘅。Well, I like your background, Ted. My daughter when they were young, they were out there and working when they were young, and I think that really helps. They understand the value of hard work, and rather than getting things just what's the right way to say it, without working, I guess. So I appreciate that, and hard work. It's certainly something we should encourage.
Yeah, I agree.
Can you tell us where Ward 4 is? Give us the boundaries so our listeners know exactly that yes, they are in Ward 4, and at the right time, they should go out there and vote.
Great question. So Ward 4 boundaries are Major Mackenzie North, off of, so southern side is Major Mackenzie. Young is the eastern side, all the way up to Jefferson Side Road, and then Bathurst, obviously, on the west side. So if you're looking kind of north to south, it's Major Mac all the way up to Jefferson Side Road.
OK， 我正話問佢呢個問題咧，我諗咧，如果你哋係住喺第4選區嗰啲，應該就都明白。不過如果你唔係好清楚第4選區咧喺邊度咧，包括幾多嘅咧，就係咧第4選區咧由 Major Mac 以北開始，一路去到Jefferson Side Road， 喺東邊咧就係由欣街，就喺西面咧就去到 Bathurst。咁呢個咧就係第4選區。What's the population like in Ward 4?
According to the information I've been shared, about 28,000 voters in total, about 9,000 kind of homes. If you're looking at certain periodicals kind of delivery, that doesn't include kind of the apartments. Mm-hmm. So about 9,300 homes that I'm actually knocking on every one of those doors, trying to introduce myself.
如果你哋住喺第4選區，我正話問佢第4選區咧有幾多人口？咁第4選區咧大概有2萬幾人口，就有9000間屋，就未包括呢個大廈。咁咧佢咧而家咧實際上咧佢就都有去拍門。咁所以如果你喺第4選區嘅話咧，你見到 Mr. Ted Schneider 嘅時候咧，你可以同佢握手，或者你可以同佢講，你話喺我哋華語電台咧有聽過佢，咁我諗佢都會好開心。I just share with our listeners and I said, if they happen to have you on their door, say hello and tell you that they listen to this program.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. Time is moving by fairly quickly. Is there anything else that you wanted to share with our listeners? That questions that I may not have asked? And one of the things that I always wanted to ask, but I haven't really done my details homework, is I don't know exactly the percentage of the Chinese community in your ward. Would that be 3 or 4%, or would that be more?
The challenge is the last kind of survey was done a little while back, if I recollect. So
2006, I was on the website.
Yeah, well, the last one that they were specific to that ward, at least the documentation I've seen. Mm-hmm. But I believe it was around the 4 or 5% kind of deal. It's a very. I mean, if you've been to Mill Pond, you've been to the Richmond Hill Performing Arts Center, you've been to Ward 4.
Yes.
If you've been to Tower Hill, the leash-free kind of dog park there, you've been to Ward 4. So it's a wonderful place, very beautiful place, and if you want to live in a place in Richmond Hill, that's one of the nicer places.
Yeah, maybe I should consider moving there. 我剛才就問佢，我話你有冇咩其他嘢你想同我哋分享下咁佢就講過話咧，喺第4個選區嗰度咧，實際上如果你去過嗰個演藝中心咧，喺嗰個近住Elgin Mills 同埋呢個 Bathurst 嗰頭咧，咁你嗰度咧就係第4選區㗎啦。咁佢第4選區實際上咧係一個好靚嘅地區嚟嘅。咁我亦都講笑，我話咦，有可能我都要諗使唔使搬去嗰個區都唔錯。咁佢亦都當然啦，就笑一笑咁啦。When exactly is the election date?
So the official election date is it's October the 27th.
Okay, so I am right when I said October the 27th.
It is October the 27th. There's some advanced polls kind of scattered throughout the month of October.
Okay.
Get out there early. Come on October the 27th too. That's all great. As you were referencing before, Samuel, I really do think it's really important to get out there and vote. It's really important to the democracy. It's really important to have your say at that time.
OK， 剛才我又再問清楚，因為我希望我冇搞錯啦，就係咧選舉日咧就係10月27號。OK， 咁咧就無論你係喺第4選區或者唔係喺第4選區咧，我都再一次強調咧作為一個選民咧，我哋一定要行使我哋嘅權力，到時咧一定要走出去選，無論你選邊位都好。咁咧就呢樣嘢係我覺得係最緊要嘅。咁我咧就會問一問咧，就Mr. Schneider 咧問一問佢，如果我哋想知道有關多啲佢嘅資料，我哋有咩方式咧？咁佢有冇電郵啊，或者有冇呢個網址，我哋可以上去可以知道多啲嘅咧？咁或者我問一問佢攞個網址。咁如果大家咧想對呢個候選人咧了解多啲嘅時候咧，可以上網址去查閱。Ted, I think we mentioned a little earlier that you do have a website that certainly has a little bit more information that people can go out there and take a look. Can you share with us your website address?
I appreciate that. So first thing, welcome to reach out to me at any time. There is some contact form. My website address is www.voteted.ca. Correct. It's actually voteted.info. INF. So www.voteted.info. INFO.
我剛才問佢嗰個 嗰個網站嘅地址咧，我諗你大家都聽到啦，就係3個 W，vote VOTE TED 係佢個第一個名嘅 TED， 然後 .info INFO。咁咧就我亦都頭先同佢講過咧，佢就話咧，如果我哋上到呢個網站咧，亦都有呢個翻譯嘅。Ted, you mentioned earlier that there is a translation button on your web page on the bottom right.
There is. It covers several languages.
Okay.
One of which would be Cantonese.
Okay.
And that's available. It's the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. There's a little. It initially pops up in English, but
Okay.
it says translate. You click on that, and then there's a bunch of flags that pop up, and you just select the appropriate flag.
OK， 咁你如果能夠去到呢個網站咧，就喺嗰個網站嘅右下角咧，就有呢個翻譯嘅服務嘅。咁你可以揀選，就有中文翻譯嘅服務。咁即係換句話講咧，如果你去按嗰個佢話佢有啲旗喺度，我相信梗係有啲中國旗喺度咁啦，咁即係有中文嘅。咁你到時咧，你可以即係中文咧係其中一個有翻譯嘅。OK, that's good. So our listeners can go and check out more on who you are, take a look at your pictures, and I believe is your daughter in there as well, I believe.
She's there. My better half is there too.
OK， 咁我曾經上過佢網站咧，佢有佢幅相咧，當然有埋佢屋企人啦，包括佢太太同埋佢個女幅相都喺嗰度。咁有時睇下呢啲嘢都幾好嘅。We are getting towards the end of our program.
Yes.
And I think the key point I mentioned to our listeners is that go out there and vote. And I guess I would like to give you an opportunity and to tell our listeners when they go out to vote on October the 27th, why they should put a cross next to your name.
Great question. I believe in providing respect for those that hopefully I'll represent. I will listen to those that are in the ward. I will make decisions based on experience, 17 years of financial experience in a large organization. I'm able to get things done. In the large organizations, I'm able to build bridges as opposed to burning houses. My platform is based on sound financial management. It's based on creating a faster commute for you to get from point A to point B. It's about making decisions that are going to create a legacy in our development and our bylaws. It's about removing the red tape and simplifying that experience so that you can achieve kind of what you need to do with the town services. And it's also about improving the town services so that they meet your needs, such as removing that snow from the end of your driveway after that the truck comes by and cleans off the snow. Also looking at the speed at which the cars are passing through your town and making your road and making sure that is safe for your kids.
OK， 我剛才咧就問佢，我話10月27號我哋就出去選啦咁我哋啲聽眾點解要打個交叉喺佢個名嗰度咧？又唔打個交叉喺第啲人嘅名度咧咁佢就話咧佢帶咗17年嘅喺財經界嘅經驗，咁佢相信呢個經驗咧係非常重要嘅。咁佢亦都咧就希望咧佢喺第4選區咧嗰個交通嗰方面咧係做得更好，同埋咧不但止咧喺佢個市嗰度咧，佢所有做嘅決定咧係能夠咧係對大眾係有個好處嘅。咁佢點樣個決定係對大眾有好處咧？咁其中一個最緊要嘅咧喺佢嚟講咧就係話佢會咧好聆聽你哋嘅意見就唔係話淨係去做一樣決定，佢會好聆聽嘅決定，做一個好明智嘅決定。咁同埋咧，佢亦都希望咧就係盡量咧係喺個市政府啊各方面咧係能夠咧工作運行咧係順暢。OK， 咁咧就將我哋需要政府嘅服務咧能夠簡化。咁政府嘅服務嗰方面咧， 佢亦都有提過咧，就係話咧落雪鏟雪嘅服務喺個 driveway 鏟雪嘅服務咧，佢希望咧呢個咧能夠係做得更好，同埋咧喺嗰個道路嗰個速度同埋個安全嗰方面咧係能夠做得最好。佢希望咧佢係能夠咧係喺每一方面咧係搭橋，就唔係咧係能夠搭橋咧能夠大家互惠，而係咧唔係去講得唔好聽係將燒咗條橋，而係咧喺呢方面做得更好嘅。I think I'm trying to share with our listeners, as much as I can, and it certainly was a good platform, and I wish you luck, and I wanted to wrap up this interview right now, and again, Ted, I want to thank you for coming in to spend the time and share your aspirations with our listeners, and most of all, good luck, and I wish you luck on the coming elections, and I hope to see your name up there on October the 27th.
I appreciate it, Samuel, and thank you very much for allowing me this opportunity. So thank you.
Okay, and thank you for coming in, Sylvia. And I like your smile. It's been smiling all through, eh? Great. Thank you. And 我而家就個節目我哋亦都差唔多，我哋好多謝Mr. Schneider 今日上到嚟我哋度，咁希望佢能夠喺10月咧試選嘅時候咧勝出。咁多謝各位收聽。OK， 拜拜。
以上內容純屬個人言論，所提及嘅政綱均以嘉賓原話為準，並不代表本台立場，敬請留意。本台立場，敬請留意。本台立場，敬請留意。本台立場。